My name is Brian, and I help overweight and drained people rebuild their lives through simple daily actions that have changed my life. And if your life is busy and you feel like eating healthy is impossible, I want to help you change that because it's not impossible. But if you keep eating from the drive-thru, truck stops, and gas stations all day, you're going to gain weight, feel terrible, and you'll slowly lose that motivation to fix it. This isn't about willpower. This is about what your environment is doing to your body. Because when your only options are fast, cheap, and convenient, you're almost always choosing food that's going to work against you. But once you understand what's actually happening inside your body, you stop guessing and you start making decisions that work. Most quick food on the go is packed with sugar and heavily processed carbohydrates. And that stuff digests fast. Really fast. Your blood sugar spikes, and then your body releases insulin to deal with it. Now, insulin isn't bad. You need it. But here's the key. Your body is always either burning energy or it's storing it. And when insulin is elevated a lot throughout the day, your body leans more towards storing. So if your day looks like a gas station breakfast and a drive-through lunch and some snacks all day, you're constantly pushing your body into storing instead of burning, which is really great if your long-term goal is to survive a harsh winter like a squirrel, but not so great if you're trying to feel confident in your own body. Let's talk about sugar, because this is where things really start to mess with you. Sugar gives you quick energy, but not stable energy. So you feel good for a little bit, but then you crash. You feel tired, foggy, irritated, and somehow hungry again, even though you just ate. So what do? You eat again, and now you're stuck in that cycle. Spike, crash, eat, repeat. And that cycle is one of the biggest reasons people overeat without even realizing it. And what I'm about to say next is something people completely overlook. And a lot of the time, you're not hungry, you're dehydrated. Your body sends very, very similar signals for both. So you're going throughout the day, you haven't had enough water, your energy is low, and your brain says, let's eat. But what your body actually needed was water. So you eat something, and you still don't feel right because the real problem never got solved. And that happens throughout the day, all the time, to so many people. They stay underhydrated, keep snacking, and wonder why they feel terrible all day. So what's the solution to all this? This is one of those solutions where if you don't prepare, you're going to pay for it. But here's the good news. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need a perfect diet. You don't need a full kitchen. You just need a plan that's going to work for you in the real world in your life, because your body runs best when you give it protein, because that keeps you full and controls the hunger. You need the right carbohydrates because they give you steady energy. You need good, healthy fats because they help keep you satiated. And you need water because then everything functions properly. And when you miss these, everything feels harder. When you hit these consistently, everything gets easier. Now, let's talk about something simple that can change the game. Protein bars. I use them all the time. They're one of the easiest ways to stay on track when you don't have real food around you. But here's the problem. A lot of protein bars are basically candy bars in disguise. They say protein on the front, but if you turn it over, it's just like reading the dessert menu. So here's what you want to look for. High protein, 16 to 25 grams. Is more than enough. Most fall around the 20. Little to no sugar. And if it has fiber, that is a top tier protein bar. That's the kind you go back and buy more of, because protein helps keep you full, and the fiber slows digestion, keeps your energy steady, and helps prevent those constant hunger spikes. So instead of eating something that makes you hungry an hour later, you actually stay satisfied. And this is where you start to feel completely different. So always try to make sure you have protein bars and water, and then simple foods when you can. One of my favorite simple foods is a protein yogurt that I make. I take 1 scoop of Meals protein from Stack's Nutrition, 2/3 of a cup of non-fat Greek yogurt, and about 15 grams of walnuts. Mix it up. Simple, delicious, and very satiating, very satisfying. Tastes like dessert, and you won't feel hungry like usual. 38 grams of protein, 17 grams of fiber. I forgot to look up the fat. It's not a lot, but enough to just keep everything going. And it'll last you for hours. Now you're not relying on whatever's just available. You're choosing what fuels you. And that changes everything. Because let's be real, if your only option is chips, candy, and soda, nonsense. You cannot make a healthy choice. Healthy eating is not about perfection. It's about intention. So when you prepare, even just a little, you'll feel better, you'll think clearer, and you'll stop feeling out of control around food, okay? So before you leave the house, ask yourself, am I setting myself up to feel good today? Or am I just hoping I figure it out later? Because healthy eating isn't impossible. It's a decision. Bring protein, drink water, and choose better. And stop leaving your health up to whatever is just sitting around and underneath the gas station lamp or drying out in the drive-thru. See you on the next one.